OzChomp warning. The following gameplay includes content for a mature audience. This may include violence, horror, blood and guts, spooky things, coarse language, even sexy rude stuff, drinky smoky tokey things or items including any or all of these themes. Some viewers may be uncomfortable with this. Please stop the video if you are not happy to hear or view such subject matter. Remember, it's just a game, so let's have fun. Thank you.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Look, I'm accessorizing! I learned it from watching you move everything that wasn't welded in place.
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers. Corneal thrust by T-Jam.
Another object. Just, excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization. All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Lord damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Feeling right? again. Quickly, record all the relevant data and take down your observations. Reverted again! Infuriating! Failed? Hurry, assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Has reverted. Timing seems similar to the last state change. But is that indicative of the properties of the rift or of the device? Observe.
Captain. I fear I have a confession to make.
Wouldn't be wise wandering across that bridge.
Oracle Laureate hoped that sending me into desolation would mend what he saw as wounds in my mind. The first few weeks were horrible. Grief dogging my every step. Nightmares of my murdered colleagues. But then, the nightmares began to ease, and the grief ebbed away. What replaced them is emptiness. The Order speaks of humanity becoming something more, but their words are insufficient speculation. There is nothing more to be. Only dust and death, and the rifts await us. Those rifts, I find the absolute annihilation they offer oddly soothing. Perhaps I will make one last pilgrimage. One last journey on the path from nothing to nowhere.
I can tell we have little crossover of interests.
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the front lines of Auntie's Choice. We hope you enjoy your time under our protection.
Welcome, big spender.
Auntie's Choice welcomes you to Forward Operating Base 136, Future Consumer. You should take care in this hostile climb. Risks include inclement weather, hostile animals, risk of collateral damage, leaking uranium, artillery, shrapnel, frostbite, cave-ins, hypothermia, cultists, landmines, long falls, gangrene, damaged electrical equipment, and insect bites. You never know. That's enough for rote greetings. You're not a feckless civilian, or you would have died halfway here, so I'll speak plainly. Cloisters asthai. I want off-planet yesterday, with my extremities intact, and that necessitates aid. You do my work for me, I can pay. Some Protectorate jackanapes are holed up on some main routes near here, thereby separating us from the rest of our force. Remove them by any means. Preferably by killing them and scattering their remains to the winds, but so long as they're gone, I don't much care. The sooner you get rid of them, the sooner I can take credit. Clear the Protectorate out from under the bridges and you'll get your pay. Get to fighting or get to dying.
open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archive?
Clearly they've added more automechs and turrets. I believe they have more soldiers. Apparently they know how to use the archive.
The scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night. They give me the creeps.
I would rather have them scavenging than attacking
Welcome to
us.
Auntie's Choice. We look forward to your inevitable acquisition or merger.
You dumb or dumb? What scraps near here?
Time to earn my commission. Scrap is ready. Frankly, pissed off.
Got a hostile.
This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves. Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on. Looks like a fight! What in the void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here? He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see. I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
Elevated heart rate detected. Is something wrong, Trooper Silong?
I just want answers. Let's go.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea. An entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
Unusual levels of zeranium detected ahead. Caution is advised.
Ain't getting through that unscathed. Seriously, don't send me in there.
Mechanist Tate speaking. I need the record to show that I have reported many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair, only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse. And what was that?
This mechanic has sustained multiple lacerations and severe head trauma. Odds of recovery, 0%.
What's... Hola! Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Common causes of loss of vision may be attributed to the following: inflammation, disease, aging, and trauma. Seek immediate aid if you experience blurriness or spots.
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. 2 weeks. Law. And he's just being kept here. Not even a proper burial, just treated like a thing. Void, damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. No. My own procedure was above board. The dead weren't just cast about. The ward certainly didn't look like a blasted nightmare out of one of Niles' serials. No, I went in knowing the risks. But if I hadn't been accepted into the program then, and this opportunity presented itself today, all that matters now is finding that doctor. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine once we breathe fresh air again. Just need this to be over.
terrorists have me pinned down. Handle them straight away, please. I cannot let my genius be wasted here.
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. Oh, look left. That ursapod's mighty riled.
Wildlife are not protected under Earth Directorate law and may be subject to killing, eating, and/or petting.
Let me handle it.
Health benefits available at your request.
Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Armed and ready! Boy, that must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help. Let me handle this! Wretched work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them. Another maintenance hatch above us, if we're apt to sneak about. Past those ursopods won't be easy. They turn mean real fast.
response, please. I'm so worried that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
This unit can administer pain upon request.
There wasn't a person alive who could best the matriarch Ursapod. Yet, here you are. What a show!
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are! What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. He's some manner of executive. I don't know his name or official title, I swear. My orders came down the long chain of command. I'm only doing what I was told.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourn every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better. If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. Forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress? It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want. I'm not sure I should. If I accept such a bribe, what does that make me? Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again? I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. Even now, we can see what could have been. I trust you more than anyone, I think. The fact you're of the same mind only bolsters my inclination. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit. Fine then. I'll accept whatever consequences may come. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the grafts you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
There, the grafts are yours.
What are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this clear disregard for life.
Point of clarification. Killing for the purposes of scientific study may be loosely classified as anatomical research rather than murder.
like a fight!
Remaining. Cleared. Notifying Auntie's choice will likely result in a reward.
You're back. Was beginning to wonder if you'd gotten buried in a snowdrift. Did you kill those yay-saying bootlickers good? Your acumen for problem solving is seconded only by your pedantry. Here's your reward. Now get along. I'm as likely to be buried alive by my paperwork as the snow outside.
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one Borst rocket for a whole tin of prestige Borst loaf. Straight up.
And?
I got a raw deal. Did you know those slackwits don't even fry their meat products? It's like eating a soggy dish sponge. Wouldn't feed that crud to a stray Kanan.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzles.
Ah, Inez, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive. The hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really. Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the mantis swarm is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know. Whatever do you mean? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
It was off the books, Doc. We found a grafting lab way out on Cloister, still operational. Law, I ain't seen horrors like that in my life. They were brutalizing folk and creatures, paying them no mind, giving them no honor even if they succumbed to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations, the very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you,
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right? I spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's Choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail.
Rift's got me awful perturbed. Ain't reality hard enough without some nerve-wracking phenomenon?
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scam on each other.
Weird, ain't it? They seem to really respect and care about each other.
Yeah, but if they even catch a whiff of disloyalty, it's a whole other thing. I prefer Auntie's, where I know where we stand. By ourselves.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment? We got the intel we need, Commander. The Undisputed Claim's our destination. If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks' betterment, well then, all this hurt we've seen will have counted for something. Been doing some thinking about what happened in the lab. I went there to kill that man for what he did to Ortiz, and instead, let him walk away with his research. Didn't realize till I saw the lab what a fool I was. All for thinking that company folk gave a damn about each other. Even so, I still reckon we got a real shot of making things better. Auntie's Choice can't be trusted on their own with this research, that's clear. But if someone like me were to guide them, maybe they can be shaped into what I thought they were. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Else what? Ain't just saying that, are you? Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action, that I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. If he were here now, he'd understand, I think. Are you with me? Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Let's just see what Willard's got to say, all right?
Strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our
Choice Suite 3.
Unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's choice. Rasmussen, demoted.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all of base rank and file.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. And he wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Attitude like that will take you far around here. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process.
It's high time one of you scientist types responded to my calling cards. The position's been open for more than 2 days, and already productivity is tanked by 149.4%. You want the role, it's yours, but I'm not budging on those hourly rates.
Let me guess. You're backfilling Rasmussen's position? Or all the scientists who work with him on Cloister lying cold on the lab floor?
Both, obviously. Unless you mean to tell me a graft like yours can install itself. Now, do you want the job or not? We're burning starlight. Decent. I'll have you know that profits were forecast to be in the billions in my assessment last quarter.
That's not what we're talking about. Look, we found your lab on Cloister. A friend of mine who succumbed to his graft sent me there to put an end to your work. It was damn troubling. But after speaking with your doc, I came to see that the program's got much potential. If we shift focus, reform our work, grafts could better the lives for all folk. Rasmussen's now with Doc Tinsley in Fairfield, and they're ready to restart this work if we can get your agreement. No more killing, much more progress. What do you say?
I see someone failed out of the anti-Cleo School of Persuasion. Why would I ever pursue something so dull as reform? How does it serve me?
Troopers are getting maimed in battle, and many civvies are getting sick from lack of food, clean water. Folk feel helpless. Grafts could treat all that. Some creatures can regrow limbs and safely consume tainted goods. If we give folk those same abilities, they won't have anything to fear. They can heal from all the wars done to them.
Ah, I see now. With grafts, our employees can get back to work faster and for longer hours. You might have led with that. It's brilliant. But there is one small fly in the soup. Who exactly are you to dictate to me what we should be doing? I did not even know your name before you stepped through this door.
When I joined up in Tau Ceti, I was promised that if I proved myself, demonstrated exceptionalism, the moment would come where I could make a pitch for my own future. I ensured the safety of the delegates at the peace talks. I helped hunt down the fiend who destroyed our base on Golden Ridge. So yeah, I'd say the moment I'm owed has arrived.
Fine. Perhaps there is an opportunity here to expand our user base. But we can only pursue such a thing if we secure the funding. I could approach my business partner to this end, but I will require proof that this little reformation of yours is a viable investment. As such, you need to prove that a grafted trooper can achieve what the average one cannot.
You say that as though you have something in mind.
I do. The commander of our fortified position on Praetor has been chomping at the bit for a show of force, to rally the troops in our market share, so to speak. He will have all the minute details, of course, but assisting him and demonstrating your prowess will give us the leverage we need. I could tell you possessed a modicum of business sense. Head to Praetor. I'll send a reporter with camera drones to meet you there and debrief with our ground forces.
Hold on. You didn't say anything about this being filmed.
Heroism is nothing without exciting footage and a talking head to sell it to the masses. So do make sure you put on a good show. Off you go, then.
with Auntie's choice. Trust your auntie.
Annie, when are you going to have sale?
But dear child, every day is a sale at Auntie's choice.
Yes, you heard that right. Every day is a sale when you're shopping for the best products at the lowest prices. Auntie knows you want to spend your money on the best things that money can buy. Every Auntie's Choice product is on sale for the lowest price that she can afford.
How do you know it's the best price? Because Auntie knows best.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of all corporations.
Tramicular. Arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Value-added Esplanade.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made us.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away. Why choose just any choice when you can choose Auntie's Choice? Too much Spacer's Ale? Try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you. You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
OzChomp